Hey, look, we have sound now.
I don't. Aha! There we go. There we go. And I can hear us much better. How about that?
Right. Okay. Interesting. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch over. And look, hey, we have sound. Yep.
Yay! Somebody must have reset everything while we were gone.
No, so we were gone so long. We were gone for so long that, and even look at, even the cameras are off. Damn. So there was an update. There was a system update. And it reset all of the cameras. It reset everything because everything's connected.
Yeah.
So when everything was connected, it just totally reset all of our shit.
Damn.
Yeah. Imagine that. Wow. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch. I do have control, so I am gonna switch it. So Siobhan, what are we getting into this morning? I'm gonna adjust the studio because the interns are in bed. We're gonna call and wake up our interns and bitch at them. But we have to first call and thank your intern for baking us pumpkin bread. We're gonna be trying this live on the show this morning. So Siobhan, what do we got?
Oh, of course we have douchebag criminals. I got a couple of those for you guys later on in the show. And of course we have horoscopes later on in the show as well. I do have a couple of stories regarding the whole sex scandal thing. Well, one story regarding this whole sex scandal thing in Hollywood and what the LAPD is doing to combat the excessive amounts of allegations. Let's see here. What else do we gonna talk about? Oh, we're gonna talk about Victoria's Secrets. Now, let me just state that I am 29 years old, and I never, ever, ever bought anything from Victoria's Secrets until I got pregnant because it was the only place I could get booby holders that fit. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about Victoria's Secrets, and you guys can kind of get an idea of where I'm going with this, with that being said.
Oh, boy.
I'm not a huge fan, as you can tell.
Yeah.
I just, we'll talk about it when we get there.
Right.
I'm going to... Yeah.
I'm going to talk about Delaware sanitation.
Yeah, that one's, so during the time, my God, my chair, everything's off.
Right.
Feel like, I don't know, it's just weird. I know what it is. I'm lower than I normally am. Somebody lowered my chair.
Oh, yeah. Well, you were trying to be close to the heater the other day because the heat, it was quite cold down here.
Well, you were sitting on the floor, and I was trying to be closer to you because I had the baby sleeping over there, and I was trying to be quiet, because my husband was working, so I had to bring the baby with me, and yeah. But anyways, so actually, let's go ahead and talk about that right now because that really, irked me.
I think it's dangerous.
Okay.
More ways than one.
This is the situation. All right. My other job, my real job, I work as a caretaker for an elderly couple, and they live out in Delaware County. And so the person that had been taking care of them before was a family member, and I am basically giving her a break because she's retired and she deserves to have a break after working so many years and not getting to enjoy retirement for the past 6. So she's like, this is the system for the trash, okay? And the elderly woman has obviously bowel and bodily function control issues. So there are diapers. There are diapers involved and things like that. So yes, we all want to get old, right? Never. So
I'm a Toys R Us
so there's
kid,
right. So there's a system, and she's like, anything with pee on it goes in this bag, and then once it's in this bag, it then goes into the main bag that goes into the trash can that they take, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. And she's like, and nothing goes in the trash can without being in a bag first. okay. Well, she didn't explain why. My bad. She didn't explain why. And so then another family member was there, and we were talking about it. And she's like, yeah, I thought it was some kind of crazy system she had, too. And then she explained why. So apparently in Delaware County, they do trash a little differently. Instead of giving the guys a truck with the arm that picks it up and dumps it for them, no, they don't do that. They actually have to get out of the truck, go to the trash can, reach into the trash can, and manually hand pick all of the trash bags and any trash out of the can and put it in their truck.
What the fuck?
So, as if it wasn't already one of the shittiest jobs possible, let's make it even shittier.
Wait a minute. So how?
And I guarantee they don't get hazard pay.
Have you seen him do it?
No, I haven't seen them do it.
So I wonder if they have like their own unique way to get her done.
Yeah, I don't know, but like when she told me that, I was flabbergasted. I was like, wow, really? Like, how is this okay? How are you going to make people have to grab trash manually out of the can when there is technology and ways for them not to have to do that?
Yeah.
And I guarantee they don't get hazard pay. I guarantee they don't get paid more. Like, it's so ridiculous to me because there are ways for them to not do it, and there's got to be safer ways too, because that can't be safe. Like, what if somebody has diabetes and they're throwing their needles away without covering them? And like, I mean, people are not exactly brilliant sometimes.
Right.
So it just seems so ridiculous to me that they don't give them a truck or give them some way to dump it into the truck without having to hand pick things out. And I'm sure that the theory is probably, oh, well, they can, tag team it, pick the can up and dump it. But you never know how heavy it is. So it makes more sense to empty it down.
Right.
Yeah, I was so frustrated by it as someone who has performed manual labor and customer service in my previous positions that I had to bring it up and put some light on that, because I doubt that many people know that.
Right.
And I know there are other communities that do that as well.
Well, I mean, I watched the neighborhood trash go by my house, and I love. Maybe half of their body gets cold, maybe, because I know the door's open sometimes, But, I mean, for lack of a better, they got it kind of fucking easy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they just sit there in the truck and press a button.
And I one of my friends who, Casey, was, or I don't know if he still is or was, I know he was, part of the sanitation team here, somewhere in the area. It would be interesting to talk to him and see what, life was like. Because he's a pretty honest mofo, man.
Oh, yeah.
I remember watching one post that he made about somebody's driving and how they left their car out too far or something like that, and it was a problem. And I think he ended up hitting a dumpster, or someone got hit because of it, and he posted it right on Facebook. Literally, it was like, bam, like this just happened.
Wow.
So I can only imagine what some of the shit he's seen, because I feel like the sanitation workers and the city workers are the ones that see the shit. The untold stories of the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
The stories the cops just aren't gonna see. Because when you see some yellow lights or some orange lights, you're like, oh, okay. And you just keep doing whatever you're doing.
Right.
I've actually seen it happen. So this is going to be an interesting morning show. I miss my man Josh. We're going to, maybe we'll call him, because we miss him. So we're going to call him and see what he's got to say. We're going to call the intern today, too. Wake her up and tell her awesome bread. I haven't had a chance to eat that.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
I'm going to, I'm actually going to try that live. And so I'm nervous.
I'll try some more live.
I bet you will. All right. So I am Ant-Man, and that over
I'm
there.
I'm Siobhan.
That's Siobhan, and you are hanging out Sunday morning meltdown. We are gonna get over here, and we're gonna pay some bills here and take care of what we need to take care of here in the studio. And I because I'm going to have to use the restroom before we get into this next segment. This is going to be crazy. I don't know. We're going to talk about this coming back. I will see you guys in, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes or so. Yeah.
For the finest in Asian cooked cuisine food, visit the Rice Kitchen Asian Cuisine. Conveniently located in Columbus at 3976 Alum Creek Drive, they offer the finest in dining in a friendly and cozy environment. Every dish includes the freshest and finest picked ingredients cooked to your liking while providing the healthiest, most nutritious foods. The staff at Rice Kitchen takes pride in knowing every patron is satisfied and comfortable. Open 11 to 10 Monday through Thursday, 11 to 11 Friday and Saturday, and 3:30 to 9 on Sunday. Visit them at 3976 Alum Creek Drive or give them a call at 614-491-8252.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady. Go over to ZTPMag.com. What's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much.
So, some of the technical difficulties are going to happen this morning because we did an update and we have to get through them.
Yeah, and, having not been in the studio, there wasn't time
2
to
weeks,
prepare
bro.
for
Wow.
said update complications.
Yeah. Holy shit. Anyway, so.
I feel like I am so not awake yet.
I'm not. I'm not at all.
I feel like I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
So, how you been, Siobhan? What have you been up to? I know we didn't have sound the first part of the show due to an update, which I love system updates because system updates don't happen until, well.
It's inevitably the most inconvenient possible time every time.
Yeah, guaranteed to be.
Yeah.
And
you know what? I bet it's that update that went through on mine yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Windows actually updated, and it forced the update on me.
Damn.
So
yeah.
that's what probably happened with you too. Yeah. Damn.
Well, I don't like to leave my studio computers open. I don't like to leave all that shit just laying around. Like, it makes no sense to leave all that stuff just laying around for the intern. Speaking of. So let's talk about this. So your new intern.
Yes,
tell me about her.
My new intern. Yes. So I am officially a higher up employee almost. So the higher ups decided that I was at a point where I could have my own intern. So I now have my own intern, and she's wonderful, and she bakes us wonderful things, and we love her for that because we're fat kids. But she's going to be coming around more often and helping out with the website because between the baby, my real job, and this, I just have no extra time. So she's going to give me a hand
with the small stuff. We come to this realization after you get your promotion.
I know, right? I can do it. It's just all about being able to figure it out and adapt, because I don't have to be on my laptop, to do things. Thankfully, I can do them from my iPad, and I'm working on ways to make myself more efficient when working from my iTab. I pulled out my Bluetooth keyboard today. I see. I said I was. I told you I wasn't awake. I'm like, I'm half awake. My brain's like, yeah. Okay, we're here. Like, it's been a long 2 weeks, guys. Like between the holiday and being, done.
So the new intern's gonna pick up some responsibilities on the
Yes.
show, and she's going to be a part of the action now. So we're gonna be able to see her now. Now I'm not gonna go chauvinistic pig with it. So gentlemen, make sure you make eye contact with our intern.
I was gonna say, and yes, she has big old titties, but she will smack the taste out of your mouth if you stare at them.
Yeah, and you're like, just make sure for the love of God you keep it respectful when you see this intern, because I'm telling you, she's got no qualms about it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. She's a lot like me. That's why I was really glad that they allowed me to pick her as an intern.
You think she's awake?
She, it's 8:20. I mean, she's a mom too, so she's on mom time. She's probably awake. I mean, it is Sunday, so she might not quite be awake, but I would think she's probably either in the process of waking up or already up. Oh, and I guess we should let everyone know her name. Our new intern is Simone.
Yeah.
It's kind of important.
She's not going to answer the phone.
No, she's totally not.
This is Jennifer. Please leave your name, number, and message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have
this
finished
is gonna be
recording,
so
you may
much
hang
fun.
up or press 1 for more options.
Wakey, wakey, intern.
We're about to have your bread live
It's delicious.
on the air. What's good? What's good? Siobhan and Simone, right?
Yes, Simone.
All right, cool. So we're going to go with that. So,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Well, good morning, Simone. This is Sunday Morning Meltdown. This is Ant-Man. And
Your first intern task has failed, by the way.
Yes.
You were supposed to be awake listening
You're
to the
supposed
show.
to be answering the phone. Oh, you fail. No, I'm kidding. So that's 20 laps, like, around the studio for that. Anyway.
Yes.
All right, so. Well, that was no fun. She's fired.
Yes.
Next
fired.
new
next
new
intern.
Next.
It's okay. We've got one on lineup behind her.
We do. You know what's funny about that is it's their son, so
It
he's
is.
going to be even more mad about it. No, so little man.
So yeah, you get your own intern as well.
I do. And so little man is going to be assisting me at some of the shows. And it's funny because, he got little man because he's not little. And so you'll have the opportunity to see what I mean when you meet him.
Yeah, he's not, and I mean, you guys are built the same, but he's taller.
Yeah, but he's
way
taller.
taller.
Yeah, but he's way taller. Right, you're right. He's my minimally little taller me. No, but seriously though, actually, little man Josh actually is going to be Josh and Josh. So Sunday morning, Josh has been out. And intern Josh.
So yeah, we'll just call him intern Josh, and
Yeah.
and then that's how we can.
I think we're gonna do like some segments called
Little Josh, Big Josh.
I think I don't know how well Josh is gonna go. I don't know how Josh G is gonna feel about that.
I mean, he not like I mean, yeah, because he's little, he's young, he's little, so
Right.
Little Josh, Big Josh.
Little Josh Big, and
Didn't mean it like that, guys.
no, but it takes me back to the Nickelodeon show, Josh and Josh, way back in the day. So I was like, we should do Josh and Josh on the street, or we should do something like that, and send them out on the street, send them out there, talk about things, ask people random things. So yeah, man,
That would be interesting.
right. So did you hear about the Trump versus JFK art showdown?
I did not.
So this is new. This is in this morning. So Donald Trump is going head-to-head with one of the most famous presidents in U.S. history in an art auction showdown. Both Trump and John F. Kennedy will have original artwork on display and up for grabs December 2nd at Heritage Auctions Americana and Political Memorabilia Auction. The Prez's piece is a detailed doodle of the NYC skyline, including sketched-in windows and yellow cabs. And Trump's sketch was donated to a charity in 2005, and it's expected to sell for at least $15,000.
Wow.
But that's only a fraction of what JFK is expected to fetch. Kennedy's piece is slightly more significant. It's an original oil painting from 1955 signed by the former Prez, which hung in Robert F. Kennedy's Hickory Hill home for years. The art is believed to be one of the 2 known JFK paintings, and the other thing in the Kennedy Library, it was the other piece. There was 2 pieces found in the Kennedy Library, and this piece was more worth putting up. So the other piece is actually in a home of the Kennedys. So it's expected to fetch, though, $50,000.
Wow.
So we got to ask, if you had dough, which art would you buy? And so they've been nice to actually give us something to look at here. Siobhan, I'm going to give you a chance to look at that and ask you what you think.
Let's see here.
So the top is Trump. Notice the handcrafted windows.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you scroll down, you see the painting, the 1955 painting.
You know what's funny? I think I've actually seen this before. This drawing by Trump. I forget where. I think it was on like a news program or something, but I could swear I've seen that before.
Yeah. So if you had the dough, which one would you buy? Do I even gotta ask?
I mean, considering that...
What could you look at every day?
I actually like JFK's painting. It's actually... Like, they both look very childish in their nature.
Right.
And, okay, so mind you...
I think one looks poetic.
I should let everyone know that I have studied art in my past in schooling. I did take photography, so I do have an art background of sorts. So I'm not being a pretentious art snob. I actually have some knowledge of art. And
you're a pretentious art snob.
Whatever. So they're both very childlike drawings in the sense that they're not like vivid detail. However, JFK's is just much more... It's much more appealing visually, and there are tricks that he put into his that make it more sophisticated of a painting or, you know, of a picture than Trump's what looks to be on regular letter paper with some pens.
It looks like he was sitting at a Denny's and was like,
Right.
"Ooh, crayons!"
It does. It
Ooh.
totally does. That's
Ooh,
exactly what it
crayons.
is. Exactly what it
Like-
looks like. Yeah. Like, it's totally my not even
Do you have the
year-old
blue
daughter
one? I'll trade
could
you the-
probably draw something better than that.
You know, it makes you, and he probably drew this when he was young. So
Probably.
I would love to give him some crayons now and have him draw on some top secret paperwork and see if maybe...
See if it's any better.
If it's any better, yeah. Just go ahead. I want you to sign on the back of this. I worked with Russia.
I colluded with
lo-
Russia.
with love from Russia. Anyway, so Siobhan, isn't it like time for some horoscopes? Like, it's been a while.
I mean, I guess we could do them early. That's what I was working on as we were sitting here laughing and joking.
well then let's get into
So,
let's get into you know, what do you think about posing live? Like, what do you think about posing? You used to know some people that were in the business.
What circumstance are we talking about as far as posing?
So how do you
Like,
feel
what's
about
the context?
How do you feel like topless babes who don't post their head? They're famous celebrities that are only posting shoulder down with their arm across their breast. And they're posting these on social media, to boost advertising and to boost attention to their pages, and and they're absolutely capitalizing on
I mean,
the whole
sex
sex
sells.
sells. But now, I mean, we're talking about just that image right there on the left. That's just that.
I mean,
image.
that's not nudity.
No, it's not. It's not.
That's
But
leaving
it's causing.
I mean, that's leaving everything to the imagination because everything is covered.
But it's causing a lot of controversy in the in social media because these ads are making it to Facebook without any parental supervision at all. So anybody and everybody is getting these ads, and a lot of parents are really upset about it.
Really? They're upset about this? Like,
Yeah.
look at a freaking billboard. Like, I mean, really.
Victoria's Secret billboard, I think.
Right. Go walk by Victoria's Secrets.
Right.
Look at a freaking Victoria. And you know what? Speaking of, that's a perfect segue into, and then we'll go into horoscopes. So, Victoria's Secrets, I told you guys I had something about that, right? So, people are slamming Victoria's Secrets recently for a lack of body diversity.
A lack of body diversity.
Yes, because not everybody is a size 0, one size fits nothing.
Didn't they bring that one BBW model over?
Yes, and actually that is part of what this is about.
No shit.
So, Ashley Graham.
Yeah.
So she posted a photo to Instagram recently, and it's her on the runway, and it said, "Got my wings," and, a couple of hashtags. So...
she's got some junk in her trunk, man.
Yeah, and one of her,
it's not even a bad way.
I do have to say that I love that one of her hashtags is "thick thighs save lives."
Yeah,
hell yeah, sister, hell yeah. So, anyways, people are calling out Victoria's Secret's longstanding diversity problem. On Monday, the same day Victoria's Secret taped its fashion show, plus-size model Ashley Graham updated a doctored photo of herself to Instagram. In the image, she's sporting lingerie and Victoria's Secret's signature angel wings on a runway. Its cheekily captions, "Got my wings." Her followers quickly picked up on her sarcasm, highlighting the brand's preference for featuring only thin, mostly white models. Meanwhile, people on social media continued to call out Victoria's Secret's exclusive casting policy. So another model who goes by Red, Victoria's Secret's still sexualizing traditional garments of black and brown people, even though they get called out every year. And it's completely unnecessary because the actual underwear they're selling are basic. That's peak cut. Excuse me. Causality. And then another one, maybe Ming Zai fell on Victoria's Secret's runway to bring attention to the fact that there were actually Asian models in the show, although it's hard to tell in the second pic. And I will post this up so that everyone can see the pictures that go along with these posts. And then here's another post. Disappointed with Victoria's Secret's show this year. As much as I love Victoria's Secret's, the models look so skinny than past years. You would think the world we live in today would be more diverse. Hashtag disappointed.
Wow.
So others have pointed out that Victoria's Secret's most diverse crop of models, 4 of the 55 beauties are Asian and 5 are black. Yeah.
Calling them out,
so,
dude.
Yolanda Haddad uploaded an Instagram of her daughter, Bella, who is a Palestinian and Dutch descent, holding hands with Zuri Tibi, a black model, and captioned, "The beauty of the angelic realm, where there is no hate, judgment, or racism, but rather a space of love, support, and togetherness where everyone is celebrated."
I think I'm gonna cry.
But
while
clearly
I have my pumpkin bread.
But clearly not, because 5 black girls and an Asian girl and 1 BBW does not make diversity out of 55 girls.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I've never bought Victoria's Secret items until, like I said, I had no choice because I couldn't find bras that were comfortable while I was pregnant.
I was gonna say, so is it true that really? Is it true that like they're more comfortable? Like, is it really cost effective? If you went over to Walmart and found one, and then went over there.
This is the thing about Victoria's Secrets. Okay, as much as they are so overly priced, they actually are good quality garments. Like, they do last if you take care of them and wash them properly and dry them properly and all of those things. They actually do last for a decent amount of time. I know girls that have had Victoria's Secret bras for like 8 to 10 years because they properly took care of them. You know, they are definitely more comfortable in a sense, but it's really just about finding the right style. Right. And having the time to dedicate to finding the right style that fits you properly and is comfortable for you. And so the reality is that if you walk into a Walmart, everything is everywhere. Nothing is organized. And it's just hell. So you just kind of find what fits and you go with it.
I noticed how their boxing system
at Victoria's Secret
for female bras, and then they have like a drawer system at Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, so at Victoria's Secret, it's very organized for the most part, and their staff is constantly going through and making sure that things are where they're supposed to be and everything like that. And then on top of it, you know, they do put an emphasis on making sure you get the right fit, right size, right, you know, so that it fits you the way it should.
You kind of get your own, like,
you get your
female,
own personal,
right?
Yeah, you get your own personal assistant.
I don't know
basically.
what it's called. Like,
Yeah, you basically get your own personal assistant, and like they actually are trained on how to make sure that things fit properly. Like I had a friend that worked there in high school, and she's like, yeah, you know, they do give you training so that you're doing it properly, and you know, it's not like intensive or anything. It's not like the boobs should sit here, that you know. But yeah, I mean. So, you know, they are better organized. They are better at assisting you as a female to help you find what actually fits you, and they ask the right kind of questions. And, of course, if you go to a Walmart or a Target, there's nobody to ask you those kind of questions, and there's nobody to, help you.
Dude, I can't even find a belt to save my ass at a Walmart. Like, and then, you know, you look for the price tag. You find one you like, and then you can't even find the damn price tag on it. And then you gotta find one of those stupid boxes
and scan it,
and then it doesn't come up, and then you gotta find
or then it's like $20, and you were wanting like a $10 one, and yeah.
Right, but you know they have the men's version like of Victoria's Secret, like Men's Warehouse and this and that, but they don't have anything for somebody like me. Like, oh, you need to go to the little boy section. Like, no, fuck that. Why do I have to go to no?
Well, I mean, don't feel bad. Like, you want to talk about that. So I have been wearing the same jeans that I have had since pretty much high school.
What?
Yeah, like I have 2 or 3 pair left that are still from high school and a couple that are just after high school, because even after pregnancy, and solely because I'm sure that I didn't go full term in my pregnancy, otherwise this wouldn't be the case anymore. But I haven't really changed body-wise since high school. Like, I've always been the short little skinny girl.
You realize that women just spit their coffee out and
I know.
Fuck you, bitch.
I know. But the reality is that part of that is due to the fact that for a long time, I really wasn't all that healthy. Like, I didn't eat properly. I'd eat like once a day, and
I think your husband would back me up on that.
And I'm still not great about it. Like, I'll be honest. I'm so horribly unhealthy with my eating habits and such that it's just ridiculous.
He told me this morning. He was texting me on the way to work, and he told me that you told him last night laying in bed.
Oh, God, no, he didn't.
Yeah, he told me laying in bed that you didn't even eat at all. Like, you were laying in bed at about 12:30 or whatever, and was like, honey, I'm hungry.
That really
did that happen?
Okay, so that really did happen. So I did eat yesterday. I had oatmeal for breakfast, 2 packets of instant oats. I had strawberry cream and peaches and cream because that's the best combo.
And Are you pregnant again, Siobhan?
No, I'm not pregnant again. Trust me. Well, I don't know. Those IED things can like slip out of place. Fuck, I hope not. But yeah, so I had oatmeal for breakfast, and then a little later I had lunch, and for lunch I had leftover tacos that my husband and I had for dinner a few nights ago, which were the bomb.
Right.
And then later on in the evening, on my way home, I picked us up Arby's because it was kind of late, and quite frankly, at that point, I was just so exhausted. I didn't feel like doing anything because we had to put the storm windows in for the elderly couple I take care of.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a big task on a house as big as theirs. And
It is pretty big. Amish
yeah.
built.
Yeah, so, it took a minute. But, yeah, I spent most of the day doing that, actually. So, yeah, I got home and I got Arby's for dinner, and so I did eat. I ate 3 meals, actually, yesterday. It's just that I actually, when I do eat, I eat like you're supposed to eat. I snack a little bit throughout the day consistently. So, like, I don't eat a whole bunch of big meals or anything like that. I eat, like, one big meal, and then throughout the day, I just kind of snack on stuff. And I didn't do that yesterday. So, that's probably why. But, yeah, it was like midnight, 1 o'clock, and I'm laying in bed, and I feel my stomach, like, rumbling and grumbling, and I'm like, I know he can hear it, and I'm like, I'm really hungry. But he's so great, like, I have to say, my husband's so great. He goes, well, what do you want? And I was like, I don't know, maybe like a granola bar. And I will say that he's totally a fucking fat kid. And he goes, well, there's turkey in there. There's sweet potatoes in there. Honey, I don't want something that heavy. Well, there's this in there. Honey, I don't want something that heavy.
Well, he's
like
Italian.
a granola bar.
He's like,
Like, I just kept saying, like a granola bar? Like a granola, like I felt like a parrot. Polly, want a granola bar?
That's fucking funny. Hey, speaking of funny, I want to give a huge shout out.
What's funny is he came back with. Well, I decided on a Nutri-Grain bar in the end because it doesn't have like chocolate and stuff. Yeah, and so he comes back with a Nutri-Grain bar for me, pre-opened and everything, so I didn't have to struggle with it because we're laying in bed, and he's got something in this hand, and I'm like, "What did you get?" And he goes, "A biscuit with honey." I'm like, well, now I know how there's always shit in our bed. And he goes, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I start listing off. I'm like, oh, you mean like that night where you were eating candy in bed? Oh, I mean those nights where you were eating candy in bed, or that night where you came to bed and ate frosted mini wheats, or that night when, and he's like, okay, I guess I do it a lot.
Fair enough. I mean, like I do it. I'm a victim of it. Like I do it, but
do you want ants? That's how you get ants.
You know what? Whatever. I could, but I won't.
Hashtag Archer.
I could, but I won't. No, but so something I do want to give a shout out though. David Morris, Bevy Hall Trout, and Teresa Anita Allen all have birthdays today. And Dave was the smart one. He was, well, I don't know, smart. I don't know. The ladies, it's funny. 90% of the ladies that I give shout outs to on Facebook when I do their birthdays are smart enough to go in the night before and take off their birth dates so it doesn't appear. My man David left his birth date right here.
So you know how old he is.
So he's turning 38 today, yep. And Bevy and Teresa both don't have birth dates on their timelines.
Yeah, see, I keep that hidden on mine too. I don't, I'm good.
Oh, yeah, and Michelle Grace Ruff, the little one, it looks like, so 8 years ago today, Michelle was laying in a hospital bed and had some support from some friends and family. So happy birthday to two of the most important girls in her life, Mom and it looks like Tracy Fall, and Michaela.
So I've actually met her daughter a few times, so I can say
Michaela's
this.
awesome.
Happy birthday, Bug.
Yeah, I love Bug.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure. She might be old enough now she doesn't really go by Bug anymore.
I know. She's still a Bug.
I mean, she'll always be, and clearly to Michelle as well. But yes.
Always be Bug.
Yeah.
So what do you got for us, Siobhan?
Well, I'm working on getting the horoscopes put up right now. So I guess I could go ahead real quick once I get that finished and do the horoscopes. It's a little bit beforehand, but we'll go ahead and do it. It goes along with the birthdays anyway.
Well, I got one more story for you if you want some time here.
Go ahead.
All right, so over the weekend, there was a lot going on. By the way, shout out to the Ohio State Buckeyes for beating that state up north. That was pretty awesome.
Yay, it's finally over. I don't have to hear people complaining about it anymore.
Yeah. So, Gabrielle Union. So, what Gabrielle Union wants, Gabrielle Union gets. Even if that means shelling out tens of thousands of dollars for some street art. So, recently, Gabrielle was doing an interview to promote a book at the Epic Hotel in Miami, where an art exhibit was also going down at the Avant Gallery, which is actually right around the corner, or like right in the vicinity of. And Gabrielle stumbled in and came across 17-year-old street artist Skylar Gray's artwork. Painting of famed NYC artist Jean-Michel Basquiat as Juan Ponce de Leon, and he also calls it King John Michael. So Gabby liked it so much, and what she saw in it, that she saw and dropped 40 for the 50 by 65 piece stand-up. It turns out that it's not a crazy amount of money for Skylar's work. We're told that $40K is the range of his going rate, usually, for some of his artwork. And he's sold pieces to Diddy, Nick Cannon, The Game, and former LA Dodgers player Carl Crawford for far, far much more money. So, just think about that for a second. We've been going with this artwork thing here recently because there's a lot of people that have reached out and said they've had inspirations, and there's one person that reached out. I sent her your information. Zandy sent you some information, and she is an artist and in that same right. So not only do we support music, but we support any artist and anybody that's trying to make it. I think it's really hard to try to stay relevant in any kind, form, or fashion these days. So hats off to all the artists that are grabbing napkins and developing an art plan.
Absolutely.
So, anyway.
All right. Well, with that said, I guess it's time for horoscopes. Sorry, I'm like yawning and stretching a bunch today. I'm just not fully awake yet. I'm sorry. So, for those who have your birthday today, make it your aim over the coming year to be the one who pulls the strings rather than the one who dances at the end of them. How do you do that? By branching out on your own so others can't control you. It's time to declare your independence. Well, now. So let's see here. Let me take a look in the chat room and see what people we have in there.
I think everybody's used to us being on vacation.
Nobody's in the chat?
Aw,
well, that's
well,
sad.
there are. They're not talking.
They're not talking. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, boo. All right. Well, then I'll just go ahead and do Gemini horoscope because
I think everybody's waking up from the head PE show last night.
That's true. That was last night, and I'm sure that was one hell of a show because they always put on one hell of a show.
I was tuning into the Facebook Live from Lori Beck. So, and it looked pretty awesome. I was kind of jelly. I think I was on the list for that, and I totally didn't make it.
It happens. Daddy duty, right?
Yeah.
All right. So for the Geminis, colleagues and acquaintances are falling all over themselves to do things for you at the moment. Why the sudden rush to be your friend? Who knows? Who cares? Take advantage of their generosity while it's there. It's unlikely to last. As is most things in life.
I was going to say, as is most things in life.
And for all the Virgos out there, like Ant-Man, be careful who you pick a fight with this week, or you may find that you've taken on someone you have no hope of beating. Cooperation is a must, especially at work, so calm down and make more of an effort to get on with people.
Where's Dave Sheets when I need him? He needs to give me a good fuck that when I need it. Oh, man. Damn. Anyway, yeah. So, all right. I'll take it. I guess it's valid.
I mean,
Yeah.
Could be worse.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
Maybe it's like a be nice to the interns kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe. Potentially. It could be what it is. I think that, it's important to give this time of year and show love, and so Have you had Lynette's Country Barbecue yet?
Oh my God, yes.
You have.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I would literally eat that all day, every day if I could.
Well, so
really, Larry, can we work that out? Once a day, even. I'll take it.
Once a
I'll
day,
take it.
right? Once a day.
Oh my stomach just grumbled thinking about it. Ah.
So Lynette's Children's Charity, which is the owners and the founders of Lynette's Country Barbecue, December 3rd, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Live music, auction. It's going to be a 50-50 raffle. Lynette's Country Barbecue is going to be out there. It's the Homestead Beer Company. That's going to be out there at 811 Irving Wick Drive West, Heath, Ohio, 43056. This is a fundraiser for children in need. $1 from every beer sold gets donated to the cause. Homestead Brewing Company is now accepting non-perishable food items and new unwrapped toys. And this is pretty awesome. This is from the Food Pantry Network, serving Licking County, and Telltales, which is the Stevie Cade production.
Oh.
So shout out to Stevie Cade. And House of New Hope and the Homestead Beer Company for housing such an awesome event. So if you guys aren't doing anything, man, make sure you guys check it out. December 3rd, like I said, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., 811 Irving Wick Drive West, Heath, Ohio, 43056. Make sure you guys get out there. Like I said, live music, auction, 50-50, barbecue for days. And, dude, I'm telling you, man, every dollar from every beer sold gets donated to this cause. So make sure you guys get off your asses and get out there and do something for somebody else other than yourselves in the holiday season. Because we all know there's people that are around sitting around like, man, I can't wait till my girlfriend gets me that new drone. Man, I can't wait till my wife buys me that new truck. Well, like, why don't you stop down, at least buy a beer, at very least, you know, donate $1, and then you can leave. But I mean, at least, you know, stop in and say hi. We're all gonna be down there, and I think Ant-Man Versus is gonna be in the house as well. I think Siobhan, I think you're gonna be. I don't know.
I'm planning to be there,
We
but
might-
I don't know what it's a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah,
Saturday.
it's a Saturday, I do believe.
I don't know. Let me double check here.
I don't know, but
the
I
3rd?
think we'll. Yeah, I think
Oh
we'll.
no, that's a Sunday.
Is it a Sunday?
December 3rd.
Oh, hey, yeah,
It's
December
a
3rd.
Sunday.
Nice.
So
we'll just take the kid. We'll just take your kid with us, and
I feel like I have something else that day.
you better check. So we might have to figure out how to be two places at once.
Oh yeah, it's my niece's birthday party.
Oh yeah.
That same day.
Same day.
But it's probably earlier in the day.
right on.
But then again, I was trying to figure out whether I'd have enough money to go to her party anyway, because things are tight right now with the holiday season. And
Speaking of tight with the holiday season, have you seen the Serena Williams post on social media? Check out my baby and my
I have not.
And my rock. Yeah.
Wait, did she have the baby?
Oh yeah. So
Shit.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to send you this link right now. I want you to check this out. This is quite interesting right now. I don't really know what to say about this other than wow. Like letting your baby hold your really expensive wedding ring in the photo. I don't know what I would do, like if I saw. So this was posted, so be honest. What caught your eye first? Serena Williams' ridiculously cute baby or her ridiculously huge big wedding ring? Serena posted this pic of her daughter, Alexa Olympia Ofanian Jr., with the caption, "Daddy knows how much I love leopard print." And we're glad Serena posted the pic. It gives us an excuse to repost the wedding pics, which are some of the best in 2017.
Wow. That is a nice wedding photo.
As for our question, we'll give you a pass and say you first noticed the baby, all right? But Siobhan, let's be honest. What did you notice first?
So, because I'm not huge on jewelry, I actually noticed the baby first. But the rock is very clearly like, but damn, like in your face. Yeah, very clearly. Like, holy crap, lady. It's a huge freaking rock.
And it looks like there's like some kind of
Yeah,
attachment.
I kind of want to like actually Google. You know what? I'm totally gonna do it. I actually want to just Google her ring itself. Like,
You're actually gonna do it?
fuck yeah, I am.
Oh.
And look, I'm not the first one to do it because Google suggested it. So yeah.
I wonder how many people have done that. I wonder how many people
Let's see
like
here.
have.
Find a good one.
So
Holy.
Josh, the intern, is asleep.
Jesus.
I was gonna call him and mess with him totally, but
Freaking huge.
yeah, it is. It's reportedly pretty.
Reportedly, she could knock somebody the fuck out with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And is there a price tag with it?
I don't
think
know.
there is.
Hold on. Let me see here.
I'm not sure that there is. I didn't see one.
Holy Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Wedding ring price. Of course, somebody's already Googled it. Let's see here.
I wanted to just make this announcement too. Mariah Carey postpones New York Christmas tour dates due to doctor's orders. So that's actually just in this morning. So Jay-Z and Drake are going back and forth, by the way. Jay-Z rapped over Know Yourself in Toronto and totally changed it up a little bit and kind of butthurt Drake a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I found it. Okay, so according to Hollywood Life, her $2 million engagement ring.
$2 million.
Yeah. And that was on January 6th of this year. Let's see. It says Serena wasted no time flaunting her absolutely stunning engagement ring. It was seriously massive. Let's see. Officially engaged. Where is it? Here we go. So if it's a F color VVS1, which is collection quality, the ring would run upwards of $2 million. The engagement ring style, in my opinion, a winner just like her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it appears, and this is a speculation kind of thing, because there's no actual, it looks like no, I searched a few places, but it appears to be a 12-karat emerald cut diamond set in platinum. So if it is in fact that, and the quality is what they said, then it would be like a $2 million ring.
That's stupid. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we're going to go pay some bills, Siobhan. Hopefully you're all right with that. And we're going to make all of them happy out there. And then when we come back, we're going to do Today in History, some pretty significant events. I know you're a fan of Alice in Wonderland.
I am.
So we're going to talk about that when we come back.
Okay. We should also talk about the LAPD and what they're doing to combat the influx of allegations.
There's a lot of allegations going around.
Holy shit.
We're going to talk about that.
So ridiculous.
But you know what? Are they allegations? Are they really allegations? You need to ask yourself that.
It's true. It's true. I mean, they could be, they could not be.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out after this. We'll be right back.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady. Get over to ZTPMag.com.
For the finest in Asian cooked cuisine food, visit the Rice Kitchen Asian Cuisine. Conveniently located in Columbus at 3976 Alum Creek Drive, they offer the finest in dining in a friendly and cozy environment. Every dish includes the freshest and finest picked ingredients cooked to your liking while providing the healthiest, most nutritious foods. The staff at Rice Kitchen takes pride in knowing every patron is satisfied and comfortable. Open 11 to 10 Monday through Thursday, 11 to 11 Friday and Saturday, and 3:30 to 9 on Sunday. Visit them at 3976 Alum Creek Drive or give them a call at 614-491-8252.
If parts are missing from your lawn care items or your parts need replaced, Rotary Corp is the world's largest supplier of outdoor equipment and parts. With qualified dealers in the area, they can provide the parts you need to help keep your lawn beautiful. You can find Rotary by visiting their Not Just Grass dealer at 2034 Williams Road, by calling 614-497-1756, or their online catalogs at shop.rotary.com. Rotary Corp, the world's largest supplier of outdoor equipment and parts.
If you or someone you know have been injured at work or have been denied Social Security disability benefits, the Nisley Law Office can help you get the benefits you and your family deserve. A family firm that treats each client as family, they have been serving Ohio employees for over 50 years. And they don't get paid unless you get paid, whether it's workers' compensation or Social Security disability. Now located at 1111 Dublin Road in Columbus, with satellite offices in Lima and in Chillicothe. For free consultations, call 614-486-9503, or for more information, visit them at nisleylaw.com. So if you've been injured at work or have been denied Social Security disability benefits, the Nisley Law Office can help you get the benefits you and your family deserve. Visit their new office in Columbus at 1111 Dublin Road, give them a call at 614-486-9503, or visit their website at nisleylaw.com. The Nisley Law Office, helping you get the benefits you deserve.
Oh, man. What's going on, Siobhan?
I feel like my mic keeps falling. Apparently
Like
it's
a
as
wet
asleep
pair of
as I am.
pants. Right. So how is this pumpkin bread?
It's amazing. Oh my
Is it?
God.
We're going to try it right now.
So good. You already had some.
I'm going to try it again. So, on this day, 1865, you know, Alice in Wonderland was written by Lewis Carroll. It was published in America today. And 1789, the first national Thanksgiving in America, November 26th. And 1922, English archaeologist Howard Carter opens the Tutankhamun's virtually intact tomb in Egypt as well. Yay, fun fact. I popped up in my feed this morning when I was taking a poop. I was like, ah.
I'm sure everybody wanted to know that.
Wow.
Right?
Live, I forgot to mute my microphone. Whoa. So the intern's hired for baking.
Totally. If nothing else, she's at least got that.
If nothing else, yeah. Anyway, so what's going on?
Well, I guess the next two stories I have could technically be considered love stories. So I guess we'll go ahead and do love news.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I figured it was due time. So I'm giving them two this time because, you know, it's been so long. Got to make up.
It's like, make sure you spin on it. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. It's time for Love News with Siobhan.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah. So the LAPD established a Hollywood sex crimes task force. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So the Los Angeles Police Department is so overwhelmed by the flood of sexual assault allegations that's rocking the entertainment industry that it's established a Hollywood sex crimes task force to deal with the cases, it reported on Saturday. Yeah. The department has assigned 5 detective duos to investigate 28 open sexual assault cases of the industries, while sending 37 more cases to other jurisdictions, according to the LA Times. Along with the unprecedented number of accusations and the celebrity status of the suspects and some accusers, the cases are presenting unique challenges for detectives. LAPD Captain Billy Hayes told the Times that about 95% of the cases lack physical evidence, leaving detectives to rely on witness accounts.
Because they take showers instead of going to the police department. Sorry. I need to chime in.
Yeah, so it makes them have to rely on the witness accounts, which are rare given that most of the alleged crimes happen in private. The LAPD is also requiring every accuser to be interviewed before the task force decides if the alleged crime occurred within the statute of limitations. In the case of the alleged forcible touching and rape of the Italian actress by Harvey Weinstein in 2013, detectives interviewed the accuser for 2.5 hours and are now trying to coordinate her story with 3 people she claims she told, according to the Times. So, more than 60 women have accused the producer of sexual misconduct since the New York Times published a bombshell report on October 5th revealing a string of previous allegations. The scandal has threatened to envelop Disney. According to the Sunday Times of London, 18 of the alleged Weinstein attacks occurred between 1993 and 2005, which is when Disney owned Weinstein's Miramax. So the report comes 3 weeks after a Canadian actress sued Disney and Weinstein for $4 million, claiming he exposed himself, held her down, and removed her skirt. An insider told the Sunday Times that Weinstein had great...
You okay?
I think I'm getting sick, actually. So the weather changes have really messed with me with my sinuses and my allergies, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting a sinus infection. I've been trying to fight it off so I can continue working, but it's starting to get the best of me. I think it's time to get meds. So, yeah, with that said, an insider told the Sunday Times that Weinstein had great autonomy while he was part of Disney. The company says it had no knowledge of his behavior. There is absolutely no legal basis for the Canadian actress' claim against the Walt Disney Company, a spokesperson said. Yet at least one former Disney human resources employee told the Huffington Post that she knew of Weinstein's alleged predatory behavior.
Wow.
It was a known secret, she said.
A known secret.
Yeah.
So, look. So maybe everybody's not as innocent as they led.
Are you serious? Human nature... I mean, it's that whole human nature thing. Nobody's innocent.
No, but I mean, I'm saying, like, maybe, just maybe, you know, I don't know. I just, like, so we've had this conversation, like, off air. And dare I bring all the Music Familia in on this to weigh in, because this is just going to fucking mess people's heads up. But look at all the cartoon innuendo that's come out of Disney. For how long? And how many? And you know now is it just coincidence that is leaked into Disney, or is that people making out something that's not even there?
Oh no, there's totally a dick on the cover of Little Mermaid. Like I have that. I have 2 of that edition.
Right.
Like it's totally there. And it totally spells sex in The Lion King when he, lays down and it's absolutely like I've looked at excessively, sat down and scoured through stuff and had the list of all the places where stuff was supposed to be and gone through and watched those movies. And if you look for it and you know where to look for it, you can see it. I
mean, I guess I really just had this whole mindset growing up that, Mattel and Toys R Us.
Nothing is innocent.
And all of it. Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Think even like Toy Story. Think about the things in Toy Story that are clearly more for the adult than the kid. But the way that they're done and the way that they're written, if you're a kid, you don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think about, you like SpongeBob being based on the 7 deadly sins.
Yep.
And we could break that down. I think we broke that down more than a couple times. But I mean the likelihood that, somebody was sitting in there drawing up characters with a religious or political stance and still was able to make their jab and make millions, and everybody was like, oh, this is great, oh, blah, blah. And the dudes are in the back office like, we just did it again, oh shit, we just did it again,
right?
Like,
so actually it's ironic that you bring up SpongeBob specifically, because I have lots of nieces and nephews, and so the first time I ever saw SpongeBob was because of one of my nieces and nephews. And I'm standing there and I'm watching it, and I looked at their mom, and I don't remember which one it was because it was so long ago, or maybe it was a friend of mine. Honestly, I don't remember. But I looked at the parent and was like, you really let them watch this? Oh, they love it. It's not a kid's show. That was my response. And she goes, well, what do you mean? I'm like, have you watched it? Have you actually watched it? She goes, oh yeah, I know all the innuendo and but the kids don't realize it and they love it. So, and that's what it is. The kids have no idea what's going on. So the parents are like, whatever, they like it.
Wow.
And it kind of makes me wonder if maybe that kind of behavior and that kind of action and that kind of thing is part of the reason why kids become the way that they are and the generations are the way they are. Because when I was a kid, Rugrats and Animaniacs, none of that had that kind of innuendo in it. None of it. Rocky and Bullwinkle, oh God, I'm dating myself so badly now.
You are.
I don't care.
Keep going.
Yeah, just no. Fuck off. But yeah, I mean, I used to watch all those shows when I was a kid, and none of them were like that. And I've even gone back. I'm like, okay, well, maybe they had that, and I just didn't realize it because I was a kid. I've gone back and watched them. Dinosaurs, all of it. None of it was there. I mean, there were little things, but nothing like it is now.
Smurfs.
Yeah, I mean, Smurfs.
I remember Smurfs.
Smurfs might have been the worst. Of all of the ones we watched as kids, they were probably the worst. They had the most hidden messages.
G.I. Joe.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
G.I. Joe,
Yo, Joe.
I wasn't allowed to watch G.I. Joe. There were limitations on what I was allowed to watch. My father being Christian and whatnot, and my mom was like, I don't care, whatever, watch whatever you want. I mean, yeah, I probably could have watched porn and she probably wouldn't have cared. I'm totally joking. I'm joking.
You were watching the fuzz for the shine of the nipples, weren't you?
Totally.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when we first got cable.
Oh man.
Me and my brother, late night TV, sitting there watching TV, and we come across the porn channel.
Yeah.
And it's, it's fuzzy and everything like it was. And we're like, wait, was that a nipple? Oh my God, I think I saw a nipple. I think this is a porn channel.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And mind you, we're only just short of a year apart. We're only literally just short of a month short of being a year apart. So, we're similar in age, and we're sitting there on the couch at midnight watching TV because it's, summertime, and we come across the porn channel. Yeah.
So, I hate to go from this to that, but...
but wait, you're going to cut out the second love story.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not. Okay. I want to... Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees pleads with public to find man who shot his employee, help us find some justice. That just came in the door, literally, first thing this morning. So we're going to talk about that coming up. That's actually... breaking news, so we're going to talk about that. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, real quick here, because it has been a few weeks, I wanted to give everyone a couple of love stories or a few things in the love news.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean I get to... Oh,
yeah.
So not
It's
necessary.
time for Love News with Siobhan.
It was already love news, but you segued like you always do.
I love it.
So I found this article, and I had to bring it up for people and let everyone hear about it because I thought it was great, and it happens to be one of my favorite movies. So scientists claim that Rose could have saved Jack in Titanic.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So there's a lot of spare room on the floating door that Rose clings to as the ship sinks in the film Titanic, but director James Cameron has maintained that it wouldn't have worked for Jack to climb aboard.
Siobhan, did a bunch of producers, are you telling me that a bunch of people gathered around, smoked enough pot to come up with the idea of how Jack could have survived and how she was a bitch?
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Wow. All right, I'm down. Let's hear it.
So Jess Phoenix, a scientist, a congressional candidate, and Explorer Club fellow, agrees with a caveat. In order to survive, Jack and Rose would have needed to stay warm in the water, an impossible task in the 28-degree North Atlantic, or stay out of it completely by increasing their raft's floatability to support their combined weight. Doing that would have required some extra savvy. They could have made use of Rose's life vest and used other floating debris since the material would add to the flotation ability of the raft. If they didn't think to do such a thing, having them both on the door wouldn't have worked. So, she could have saved him if she'd have been a little more thoughtful and,
Just giving him a little bit more space.
But it's totally possible because actually, speaking of, so I have been watching a show, and again, this is telling how old I am. I've been watching a show on MTV, or maybe it's MTV2, called 90s House.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you and I watched it one episode together.
Yeah, you made me watch this episode.
It.
Yeah, because you wanted to show a clip on the show, and I'm like, we can't do that.
Yeah, so so they actually had a challenge where they had to both male and female teammates had to get on the door and float and stay on the door floating in the pool for like a minute or something like that. Yeah. So it is totally possible. I watched 3-4 teams of 2 people do it. It's totally possible. But yeah. Yeah. If you're a 90s kid and you haven't watched 90s House, you should look it up and watch it, though, because it will remind you of all the things that were the best about the 90s.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
They totally have to ditch their cell phones and everything.
Oh, yeah. It's like Big Brothers, but set in the 90s. Yeah. It's totally, yeah. It's great. I love it. I am not a drama-filled person, and my life does not have a lot of drama in it by choice. So occasionally, we're human. Human nature kind of requires drama. So that's how I get my drama. I watch things like 90s House and Teen Mom, and yeah.
That show, crazy.
If you thought Teen Mom was bad, watch
English,
Teen Mom.
their English and their pronunciations, their proper English blows me away.
So apparently a dummy is called a pacifier is called a dummy over there.
And a argument is a
row.
Is a row.
A rowing. Rowing is arguing.
Rowing. Right.
Rowing.
I don't have.
It's so funny. I love it. Like, I enjoy that just because of hearing them speak. I love the British accents. I love that. Yeah.
I wanted to bring in. I got 2 stories here. Uma Thurman hits Harvey Weinstein with an emotional post. You quoted, "You don't deserve a bullet." And Uma Thurman, for the likes of Kill Bill, which is an awesome, awesome series. If you haven't had a chance to check out Kill Bill and Kill Bill 2, make sure you check it out. But Uma Thurman has expanded upon comments that she made about sexual harassment. The Oscar-nominated actress took to Instagram Thursday to not only wish her fans a happy Thanksgiving, but to also call out Harvey Weinstein. Thurman worked with Weinstein when she starred in the 1994 film Pulp Fiction, which was the first film financed by Weinstein's then company Miramax. Happy Thanksgiving, she began, quoted here as saying, "I am grateful today to be alive for all those I love and for all those who have the courage to stand up for others." She also goes on to say, I said I was angry recently, and I have a few reasons. #MeToo. In case you couldn't tell by the look on my face, Thurman continued, referring to a recent Access Hollywood interview in which she was asked about sexual harassment in Hollywood. Thurman, who is now 47, concluded that I feel it's important to take your time, be fair, be exact. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone, except you, Harvey, and all your wicked conspirators. I'm glad it's going slowly. You don't deserve a bullet. Stay tuned. Yeah, and Thurman never said explicitly what Weinstein ever sexually harassed her. Like, if he did.
She's still, and you know what? It's funny because I did see the news program about that, and she still is maintaining. She's like, she's put this out, but she's like, I'm still not ready to talk about anything. I'm still angry and pissed off, and when I'm actually ready to talk, then I will, because I don't want to say anything I regret. She's very calculated in the way she speaks and the things that she says, and she's very careful to make sure that it's appropriate and not one side or the other and stays in the gray. And that's one of the things that I love about her. I've always loved, and besides the fact that she's an absolutely phenomenal actress, and Kill Bill was amazing, but
Pulp Fiction was even
fuck
better.
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw her in. But when I saw Kill Bill, I was like, oh. But yeah, I mean, she has said that when she is ready, she will give the full information and speak fully on the matter. But this is just she couldn't not say anything any longer.
Yeah, Oscar winner Angelina Jolie, Gwyneth Paltrow, Mira Sorvino.
So many.
So many women have come out. And what's funny is Uma made the statements that she made, but Weinstein's goons, Weinstein's representatives, responded to Thurman's post in a statement to ABC News on Thursday. Any allegations of unconsensual sex are unequivocally denied by Mr. Weinstein. The statement read, Mr. Weinstein has further confirmed that there were never any acts of retaliation against any women for refusing his advances. Mr. Weinstein obviously can't speak to anonymous allegations, but with respect to any women who have made allegations on the record, Mr. Weinstein believes that all of these relationships were consensual. Now, here's something I want to point out. Not even 4 days ago, those words were uttered by a senator accused of being in sexual situations as well. Now, his retaliating statement was believes all relationships were consensual as well.
Well, the thing is that's the only thing that they have to combat with. Well, everything was consensual. They're being ridiculous. It's consensual. Like, that's the only thing that you can. It's either it was consensual, I don't know what they're talking about, or I apologize for my actions. I didn't mean to hurt anybody or offend anybody. That wasn't my intention. I have a funny sense of humor.
Good morning, Larry.
Like, those
Swanson.
are the only options.
What's
up, Larry?
He says, look at those signatures. Like on the... And I mean, absolutely. Like, look at the names of the people that follow with this. And I don't know. I mean, you have that many people come out, But the thing is, and I don't mean to raise this to piss people off. Well, yeah, I do. #sorry, not sorry. But, I mean, look, Michael Jackson got accused of a lot. A lot. But when he died, oh, well, we all forgot about that and started buying and downloading his album. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, he's being accused of harassment and he's being accused of all this. Do you think he'll ever make a movie again? Well, I don't know, because you know what? Truthfully, he's a good movie maker, and there's not many of them out there. So, I don't... And now we have senators. We have people like the representative from that state up north who just got accused of sexual harassment, doing a bunch of stuff, and then said, I'm not backing down. Like I'm not stepping down. Like everybody does it. If everybody, I think he said, hold on, let me look here. If everybody stepped down from doing sexual harassment, then we wouldn't have any jobs. We wouldn't have anybody in any positions.
He made the comment of if everyone stepped down because of being accused of something, then nobody would be in office, basically.
Yeah.
If everyone stepped down or quit or whatever the case may be from being accused of something, then a whole bunch of people would not be doing what they're doing now, basically.
Larry Swanson says no is the new yes.
Pretty much.
I mean, I don't even know. It makes me sick. Hey, so, Siobhan, you own a home.
I do.
So, you know who Tony Robbins is, right?
Sounds familiar.
Tony Robbins is a huge marketing mogul.
Yeah.
Massive. And he's talking about your home is worth more than your 401k nowadays. Well,
I don't have a 401k, so I'd hope so.
Right. The greatest mortgage reduction program in U.S. history is set to expire December 2018, but the banks are trying to end it sooner. And Tony Robbins is urging homeowners to take advantage of the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, the HARP program, before it expires and is gone for good. Millions of Americans are saving between $3,000 and $5,000 on their current home loan mortgages. And the best part is that everyone qualifies for these instant savings on the deal. And it gives you a link to be able to check your eligibility, and it gives you a starting rate from $50,000 all the way up to $485,000. You're able to calculate your payment, and you're able to figure out if you are able to fit into this mortgage benefit program, into this HARP program.
I thought about looking into it.
The thing is, man, the younger homeowners are all about buying a home, but they run out and they buy these $200,000, $300,000 homes because the banks are qualifying them, and they're not even thinking about in 6 months, in 9 months, my house payment, or when the new interest rate kicks in, or in your situation, when you bought your home and then got a letter in the mail that they sold your home or the rights of there to another bank. So you're dealing with a whole nother financial system. Oh, by the way, you're a victim of this.
Well, I knew that was going to happen with mine because the loan that I got it through a bank that basically just creates loans.
You used to be a credit union.
It wasn't a credit union. It was a local area bank called the Arlington Bank, and basically they're more of a loan starter bank. They're not a loan provider bank. So
like Wells Fargo, right?
I don't know much about Wells Fargo, so I'm not sure. But basically what they did is they helped me to get everything set up, and they helped me with my loan, and they helped me with all the paperwork and everything like that. And they got everything set up for me, and they created my loan. And then the first month or two was through them, but then what they do is they search all of the available loan providers in the area, and they find whatever one has the cheapest interest rate and APR and all of those things, and then they sell the loan to that bank. So it just so happened that U.S. Bank happened to be the one with the best rates at the time that I bought my house.
Right on.
So that's who it got sold to. Now, I didn't know who it was getting sold to until I got that letter. So that part I didn't know, but I did know it was going to be sold, and I did know that, that was going to happen. So.
Wow.
But that's a common thing with the loan starter banks, and I don't actually know what they're called, but that's what I call it. So that's a common thing, and it's typically the smaller banks, like the independent banks, that will do that kind of thing, because bigger banks like Huntington and U.S. Bank and Chase and places like that provide mortgages are typically the ones that will do a long term. So yeah, and really starting off with a starter loan or a starter bank to start your loan is not such a bad idea either, because then you are more likely to get a competitive price, because they have no stake in who that loan goes to after they've finished the terms of it.
I think that's the greatest thing about it.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing, and that's part of why me and my husband went with them as an option to start our loan, because we wanted to get the most competitive price, but we didn't have the time or the ability to go and search through mortgage options, and we just didn't. So.
Haha, good morning, Jen. She is live in the chat room. And
Why, hello.
And Larry says that was a banking mortgage scam. Yeah.
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 That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I was getting around to, actually, is that if people are interested in that, then they should probably read the details.
Right. You have to make sure there are...
Because most people actually didn't get anything out of it.
Right. And that's what I was actually getting ready to go on to say, was that, a lot of people realized real quick that they weren't getting what they had signed up for out of it. And I don't necessarily... I'm not against looking for a cheaper way. I'm not. Like, I think that's absolutely necessary, but I think it's worth it to not sell your soul.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't know. Like, it's I don't know. It's a touchy subject, but I've always kind of tried to make sure that I do the reviewing that I can do, but this popped up, and it's been something that's been going around. A lot of people have been checking it out, and a lot of people are finding out that it's not really what, they thought they were. Now, here's the funny thing about it. When you scroll down to the very bottom, this is an advertorial and not an actual news article, blog, or consumer protection update. So make sure, you read the fine print and make sure you check it out. And they do state at the bottom, you can go to www.harp.gov/about and check out some more information on that. So there's a link in there for that and I put a link in the chat so you can check that out as well. So I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who's been participating in musicfamiliaproductions.com and everybody who's been hanging out with us, man. And I want to give at this time, since they were just sleeping, Jennifer. Simone. So
gotta call her Simone.
I don't have to call her shit. I can call her late for the show. No. So seriously though. So awesome pumpkin bread, by the way. Like, very awesome.
Oh yeah. So good.
So thank you very much. And she said she was up late. She's probably baking.
Probably.
Yeah. So you have a new intern, and let's talk about that.
I do. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
So what's up with this? So what do you got planned for her?
So she's gonna help me out with
staying awake and being on time.
Yeah, with getting my coffee, and you're failing. So she's going to help me out with things on the website, making sure that things are where they should be, helping me to get things finished. Just kind of...
Sorry. I was eating
really?
the bread. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was eating the
fat kid.
Sorry. I didn't realize I didn't mean to thank.
Yeah, so she's going to be helping me out with all the extra stuff that I just don't really have the time to do the smaller stuff to start with, and then eventually I think we'll probably get her into a more permanent type of role where she's actually doing maybe reviews and things like that. But first off is the training and to make sure she can hang, which I don't have any doubt of. So.
She said she's got prior experience.
Right, which is why I think we'll do just fine.
Yeah.
So.
And I got me an intern too. Oh, yay. My intern, little man, but he's like big man, like taller. So I don't know if little man's going to be his intern name for a little while. We're going to figure out what we're going to call him. And so Jen says she's going to bring more, by the way. So... But so I think it's gonna be fun to be able to bring Josh, little man, to the show. So we have Josh D on the morning show, and then we have little man. So I can't do Josh and Josh. We talked about that earlier.
Right.
So we have to come up with we'll have to come up with something interesting for him. So anyway, so what we got left today, Siobhan?
Oh, let's see.
I got this Nick Lachey story I want to get out here. This is breaking news this morning.
I have, let's see here. Well, of course, I have douchebag criminals.
Yay.
Of course. And let's see here. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much all I got left. I've got some things that I'll throw up on my Siobhan at Siobhan MFP on Facebook. I have an additional story for Victoria's Secret. So I'm going to throw that up there as well so that people can take a look at it. It's from the perspective of one of the photographers. So it's a little insight and
to the
whatnot.
story earlier.
So it's a little more insight in specifically of the girls and what goes on before the runway shows and things like that. So I'm going to throw that up too. And
so Larry's like, where is Josh? Well, I think we're going to call him.
He's making his woman that money.
Yeah. He's making his woman that money. Before we call Josh, so I just want to get this out there because I want to get the depressing out of the way. Josh just texted me. He goes, yeah, dude, what's up? So Nick Lachey is pleading with public to find the man who shot his employee. Help us find some justice. So Nick Lachey went public with pleading to find a man who shot a 27-year-old female in the face who works for his Cincinnati sports bar, Lachey's. Elizabeth Richardson was walking across the street near Lachey's early Thursday morning when the shooter yelled at her from a window of a van. Cincinnati Police Department spokesperson Sergeant Steve Saunders told us this morning that when Richardson, who police said is recently engaged and the mother of a 3-year-old son, approached the van, the gunman shot her in the face. Richardson was hospitalized with serious injuries, according to our local news station WCPO. And it turns out right here in a post, Ellie sustained injuries to her face and jaw. Reads an update on a page soliciting donations to help her with her medical expenses. She's in a stable condition, but it's still unclear how long she will be in the hospital and what her recovery process will entail. Funds from this campaign will go toward her medical expenses and help support her and her family until she's back on her feet. And there are some photos from the scene, but not very much. Lachey opened up the bar in 2015 with his younger brother, Drew Lachey, and tweeted on Saturday a link to the donation page, writing, "Please help Ellie and her family get through the most difficult time. Thank you." The elder Lachey, who was a member of the boy band 98 Degrees, along with Drew, tweeted to his 318,000 followers on Friday. Ellie is the brightest light, and she will find a way to shine through the darkness. Anyone with any information, help us find some justice. And Drew also took to Twitter Saturday, writing, "As some of you may have heard, Ellie was the victim of a vicious assault. If you have any info about this, please contact the authorities, or if you can help her in any way, recover by donating. Thank you, and please keep her in your prayers." Drew's wife, Leah, chimed in, "Please send prayers to her sweet Ellie," and retweeted her husband. And so they have a description of the van. They have everything right down to almost a license plate number.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I think they probably do have a license plate number because it's right here. It's scratched out. So they probably scratched so that there's no vigilante. Like, let's go get some justice.
Of course.
Cincinnati love. Let's go get some justice. But so basically, do you recognize the van? Cash for Clues is the hashtag. If you guys are listening to this podcast, or if you guys are listening to the show, you guys want to call Crime Stoppers, 514-352-3040. Call them. There is cash for clues, so make sure you get on that and do your job as a local. If you see something, say something, man.
Right.
This shit's just gotten too crazy. Did you see the parade? The dump trucks, the garbage trucks?
Okay, so I just want to talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many of our listeners have actually been to New York, but even before this, like all of the recent terror attacks, New York did not fuck around, okay? Like, they are serious about their security and safety, and basically since 9/11. So for the Thanksgiving Day parade, they made a point to make it known to people that there would be a cop on every block, if not more.
Right.
Exact words. There were also, at every point where the parade went through of every intersection on the other sides of those streets, were sanitation trucks filled with sand, dump trucks and trash trucks, whatever they could use, back to back like this, you know, and filled with sand with a cop standing right between them at every single intersection.
And we're talking
not fucking around.
Well, you know, when we talk about it, like not just cops.
Oh yeah,
like,
no,
fully...
riot gear, full fucking to the nines. Like, yeah, like, oh my god, you look at him and you're like, I don't want to fuck with you. Can we just be friends? Like, can I stand behind you when shit hits the fan? Like, yeah, to completely and totally, like, 110, 20, 30% ready to throw down. They had snipers on the roofs. They had everything.
They looked like ants. They were so high up, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what
like,
I mean?
clear the fuck. Yeah. And at levels, too. They had snipers lower.
Yeah.
Like, not fucking around.
You know, and one of the ABC News was on the ground, and they were doing a side pan, and they caught one of the vests of the officers that were standing in between the garbage trucks. And dude, and I know that guy wasn't, I mean, he was big, but the gear he had made him look so much bigger. And his vest came out to here. And like, just like, bam. And it was nothing but armor and fucking AR-15 mags and pistol rounds and like just ready to go. And I've never seen anything like that, man. And you know what, though? Everybody that went to the parade, everybody's faces, everybody
was happy, having a great time. Like,
I think it's sad that we have to have that kind of protection to be in a good mood.
To feel safe and feel secure.
Yeah, to be in a good mood. We got to...
But the reality is even with all that, are you really safe and secure?
Or are you...
or are you still just a sheep standing there waiting to be shot down?
You said, not me.
I don't care. I will say it. This is why I carry a gun.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Like, that right there is the perfect... I don't want to rely on Mr. Officer who's also trying to save 10,000 other people. I want to rely on what I know, which is myself. And, you know, if the shooter's over there and shooting this way and, you know, suddenly another shooter's right here, I'm going to shoot that shooter.
Right.
And then I'm going to go like this and drop my gun so the cops know I didn't do anything wrong. Like, but yeah, I'm not playing games. Like, I have a family and I'm not taking any chances. I don't trust the way that the world is going, and better damn well believe that by the age of like 10, my daughter's going to know every inch of a gun and how to use it properly and what it is and what it's used for. I'm from Michigan, you know, all jokes aside, I'm from Michigan, you know, and, you know, we're taught, like, everybody back home that I know has a rifle and a gun rack. I mean, my family's from Southern Ohio, and it's the same way. I mean, I just, you know, and I'll admit, when I moved to Columbus, Ohio, it was kind of a culture shock, you know what I mean, kind of, because, I mean, yeah, I've seen black people, I've seen all kinds of colored people, races and ethnicities and everything through Michigan, but they don't stay long. You know what I mean? Through. They're just passing through. You know, you never really see that. And my thing was, like, moving to Columbus, I got robbed at gunpoint at a gas station, and I'm not trying to, you know, be negative or be anything like that, but I'm gonna be honest. I was in pajama pants. I was on my way to a physical therapy appointment at like 7, 8 in the morning. I needed to stop for gas. I didn't live too far from that gas station. And I got robbed at gunpoint at the gas pump in my pajama pants. And nobody saw nothing. Nobody. Like, the cops came. The manager of the gas station said,
I'm not going to press charges because I know who it is and I don't want any retaliation. So I looked at the officer and I was like, all right, so let's be real here. So you're telling me that basically I'm SOL and I'm lucky that I'm not getting scraped up off of the concrete right now, is what you're telling me. You know, and he was like, well, you know, this day and age, you know, I just don't, what do you want us to do? There's only so many of us. That was his response. What do you want us to do? There's only so many of us. There's more important crimes going on. At least you survived today. Like, oh, okay. So I remember that. And I told the cop, I was like, the next time you come to a scene that has my license or the next time you need my ID, you're going to need to bring more than a goddamn clipboard. I'm done playing this game. And I'm not going to be a victim no more in a town where I earned the right to live here. I've been born and raised here, and I don't know why I'm not being protected or being, I don't know, like anything. Like you'd think that they would give you something more than just a business card. Like if you have any issues, call this number. You know what I mean?
Right.
And after that, like it's funny because now people run into me and they're like, they go to give me a hug and they're like, oh shit, you're packing today. Like, yeah, every day. And then they see what I have, and then they're like, oh, shit, you know? And I just, whatever, you know? It's a day and age that the purge is, I think, going to become a reality. We talked about this the other day on the road trip.
We did.
Thanksgiving Day, I think it was, when we were going out for the work function.
But when you say the purge, like, let me be clear, like, not like the movie.
No,
The Purge.
no.
Like,
Far not.
There is going to, I have no doubt at all that there is going to inevitably be a purge in the near future. And I think that we're already starting to see the precursor to that with like the eruption of the Bali volcano twice in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And things like that.
Almost
so the
5,000
hurricanes and the, you know, all of that.
Almost 5,000 feet in the air.
I think it's at a point now where, you know, because if you think back in history of everything like the glaciers and the ice age and, you know, all of these things were cleansings basically. And Mother Earth said, fuck you all, and destroyed everything, you know. And if you believe in the Christian faith, the flood, like it's inevitable. Like Mother Nature gets pissed off and she says, I'm done. And she ends it.
Yeah.
Period.
Like the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the way it goes. Like after so long, and we're rapidly approaching that, I feel like. I mean, with all the natural disasters that are happening recently, earthquakes, hurricanes, floods, volcanoes erupting, all of it. Those are the precursors to what happens when it's total annihilation. Like, that's the kind of purge that's going to happen. Not, well, I mean, if he keeps pissing them off, it might be North Korea purging us with a bomb. But one way or another, a purge is going to happen. Like,
right.
It's just inevitable. And, you know, and the reality is it's going to be a case of those who survive are going to be those who do not depend on worldly items. Because everything you know is going to be gone.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be like a zombie apocalypse without the zombies, basically. That's what I feel like is going to happen. And I know, like, this is going to stir up so many people, and I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like what I'm saying, you know, tune into another show, I guess. But, this is my thought and my opinion and my belief of what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be a nuclear destruction. I don't think it's going to be something like that. I think that Mother Nature is going to go, okay, I'm done with your shit. And she's just going to wipe us all the fuck out. Huh. No more cell phone towers, no more technology, no more anything. Back to the dark ages, bitches.
A reset button, right?
And reset.
Wow.
You want an easy button? Here's an easy button. Back to the dark ages.
All right.
Like, yeah. So I really feel like that's what's going to happen. And honestly, and you and I talked about it when we had this discussion, I'm actually totally for it. Like,
I think I could survive.
I know I could survive because that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
I grew up on the land.
Anybody that grew up with the whole value of $1 or
like the millennials, they're fucked.
Kill what you shoot.
Yeah, anyone from our generation is okay, and for the most part. Now, millennials, they're totally fucked because they have no idea.
So I just saw. Did you see the commercial? I know you saw the commercial. You had to have the new iPad Pro commercial where the little girl's riding her bike around town with her iPad Pro, and she's using her iPad Pro, which, by the way, thank you Apple for our awesome equipment. Awesome.
I actually haven't seen it, so.
Okay, so the little girl's riding all over town, and she's at her mom's house or her grandma's house, one of the two. The closing of it is. She's laying on the grass in the backyard with the fold-out keyboard that goes with the iPad Pro. She's laying in the backyard, and her grandma comes up, and she goes, "Oh, what are you doing on your computer?" And the little girl goes, "What's a computer?" iPad Pro.
I did, actually. I saw the very end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? What's a computer?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I was like, oh, if I didn't feel old, I do now.
Like my grandparents, what's funny, like my dad, 8th grade, I love my dad. I love you, Dad, if you're listening to this. 8th grade education, self-taught motherfucker, like taught me how to use computers, you know? And now he's like, he called me the other day and was like, "Aunt, look."
That's not what he calls you.
No, it's not.
But you know,
I'm not gonna.
Don't want to let everybody know the back home nickname.
No.
Fair enough.
No.
I don't mind. I don't blame you.
Yeah, right.
I don't blame you.
You know what it is. You don't blame me. So anyway, God, bitch. So anyway, you know, like, he's like, you know, I'm getting older. He's like, I got an Xbox. He's like, but it's too fast. I'm like, what do you mean it's too fast?
And mind you, this whole convo is on speakerphone because we're in the car. We're driving to
we're
an
on
event
a show
or whatever.
We're on an event.
And so I'm hearing it on speakerphone, and I'm trying so hard not to laugh because I'm dying. I'm like, oh my God, this is like if my dad were to be your dad at the moment.
Right, yeah. And he's like, so I need you to bring home. Do you still have my regular Nintendo? I'm like, yeah. He goes, you still have all the games? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, okay, well, I need you to bring it home. But I need you to bring it home next summer. I'm like, next summer? Why? Well, because I'm moving. Wait a minute. How do we get on this? He's like, I'm getting ready to move. He's like, and the Nintendo, it's the only thing that I'm good at playing. It's just slow enough for me now. He's like, I've just gotten too old. He's like, and I'll tell you what. He's like, I'll let you take the PlayStation. I'll let you take the Xbox home with you. Just bring my regular PlayStation.
Just bring me my old stuff.
Just bring me my old stuff. I'm like, all right. Well, the problem is that, and I'm not afraid to say this, like, some parental units that I have no longer in my life are douchebags, and I no longer have some of those games, so I'm gonna have to track down some of those games to get those back to my dad.
Guess you found an intern duty.
I think I did. Yeah, and you know what though? Little man will be able to handle it.
He'll totally do it.
He'll be able to handle it. Like, you know, like, look, I need you to find these games.
Cheapest price possible.
Right. If you find these for a good bargain rate, I will give you a raise of $0 an hour. Oh, shit.
One more pat on the back per hour.
Before you do douchebag criminals, I wanted to tell you. Donald Trump said no thanks to Time Magazine for his Person of the Year. Yeah. So Donald Trump said he probably isn't good enough for Donald Trump, who says he turned down Time's offer to become Person of the Year for most likely a second consecutive year. Trump says the mag reached out and told him he probably was its 2007 POY and couldn't tell him before he committed to a photo shoot and interview. But couldn't tell him before he committed to a photo shoot and interview. that didn't sit well with the press, who tweeted probably not is not good, and he took the pass. It's interesting because Trump had no issues accepting the title in 2016, fresh off of his election day victory. Plus, he's been doing one-off interviews here and there. Sounds like he's only interested in sure things at this point, not things that are just going to be. So if he can't grab you by your puss, he's not interested. That's what that means.
Pretty much.
Anyway, so douchebag criminals this morning, Siobhan.
Alrighty.
What do you got?
So, I'm trying to decide which one I want to tell them about first. I guess we'll go with this one. So, you know when you go to a movie theater and you want to take candy in? You know, snacks and such, so you don't have to pay for them.
You mean when we go to review movies and I take the 20-ounce soda in that I bought at the machine at the store?
Yeah,
and made you clean out your bag.
And I empty out my bag and we put everything in there, right? So this lady found a new way to get food into the movies. She fakes pregnancy to sneak her food in. So
she uses an open belly thingy.
Yeah, so she's got this dome-shaped thing, and it's open and it's hollow, and so she's like, she posted it to Twitter, found a brand new way to get your snacks into a movie, and it's got her holding it and then her with a picture of it, you know. So moviegoers will go to extreme lengths to avoid paying premium prices for popcorn, but according to the Daily Mall, one mysterious Cinephilie has found the most extra method of all. She pretends she's pregnant. Earlier this week, Angela Brisk tweeted out a photo of a woman hiding a polystyrene bowl filled with candy under a sweatshirt. She added the comment, found a brand new way to get snacks into a movie. The tweet has gone viral in the past 5 days, racking up more than 41,000 likes. But while many on social media platforms have praised the woman's genius, others are unimpressed with her methods. As user at Honeybee Sweater put it, "What's wrong with your purse? People have pursing snacks for years. I've taken a whole. She misspelled. Sorry, it's throwing me off. Her ebonics is fucking me up. Yeah, I've taken a whole value meal from Popeyes in my purse. Y'all are extra. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll throw that up there so you can see the pictures at Siobhan MFP on Facebook. Yes. So douchebag criminal number 1.
Hey, so do you remember this music video, Been Caught Stealing, by Jane's Addiction?
Oh, yeah.
The pregnant chick goes into the grocery store.
Yeah.
I thought of it when you started.
Oh yeah.
Talking about that.
Totally.
I couldn't help it, man. This is what I was talking about here. So if you guys so this is the 90s Jane's Addiction here, and it's called Been Caught Stealing. But I thought of that as soon as you said that. Sorry.
No, absolutely. That's exactly
classic.
Totally and completely like the same. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm trying to get this posted up here so that I don't forget. And Facebook does not like me today and does not want me to find the Sunday Morning Meltdown page to tag.
Right.
Don't know what's up with that. How do you spell douche? I'm having a brain fart.
D-O-U-C-H-E.
Okay, I missed the O. That's what I missed. Thank you. I was like, it doesn't look right, but I can't figure out why. That's the kind of morning I'm having. Yes. All right. So douchebag criminal number 2. Youth pastor charged with killing his family on Thanksgiving.
Bitch, you didn't brown the turkey skin enough.
So, a Virginia youth pastor has been arrested in the shooting death of his wife, stepdaughter, and stepdaughter's boyfriend in their home on Thanksgiving Day, according to police. Christopher Gates, 58, was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of using a firearm in the commission of a felony, the Richmond Times-Dispatch reported. Police arriving at the family's Chester, VA home around 11:30 p.m. found the woman's bodies inside and the man's body in the front yard, officials say.
Holy shit.
Authorities identified the victims as Jeanette Gates, 58, her daughter Candace Candy Coons, 30, and Coons' boyfriend Andrew Butthorn, 36. All of them lived together in the home, according to police.
Wow.
Neighbors said Coons recently moved back home from Oregon, with Butthorn joining them Joining her, neighbors also said the family runs a furniture store in nearby Petersburg, the Richmond Times-Dispatch reported. Gates was a youth pastor at Grace Lutheran Church, where he was a ministries coordinator for middle school and high school students. Members of the Grace Lutheran Church are deeply saddened by the loss of life last night as a result of 3 individuals being shot in Chester, and this tragedy includes members of Grace Lutheran Church, is from a statement the church made. So Gaddis is being held at the Chesterfield County Jail without bond. He was scheduled to appear in General District Court on Monday and Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court on Tuesday.
Damn.
Yeah, so.
Wow.
That's one way to do Thanksgiving, I guess.
Thanks for giving me a multiple gunshot wound.
Yeah. I guess maybe, the pressure of the holidays was too much and he snapped? I don't know. Because it doesn't, and I looked to try and find...
Somebody cheated the wishbone.
Something. Somebody took the white meat and he likes,
right.
it left him dark meat and he doesn't like it.
I wanted the drum!
That sweet potatoes instead of regular potatoes, who knows? But yeah,
You burnt the marshmallows.
I actually, I tried to find additional information on the story and I was not able to find anything. So, but it did just get posted yesterday at 4 a.m. So I'm going to keep an eye out and see if I can find additional story information. And if I do, I'll post it up to Facebook for everyone.
Right on. Well, Siobhan, I want to get this out here before we get out the door here. Lynette's Children's Charity, man, December 3rd, which is a Sunday, we found out with our awesome use of a calendar. And December 3rd, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., we're probably going to bring the interns out with us. This will be something that they can do. This is a charitable cause, so we'll see if they're available to come out. And we'll do some interviews with people. We'll break them in the official style, and we'll give them some Lynette's barbecue for their service. December 3rd, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., live music, auction, 50-50 raffle, Lynette's Country Barbecue. This is a fundraiser for children in need, ladies and gentlemen, all right? And all you alcoholics out there, all you drunks, I love you guys, because you know why? Every dollar from every beer sold gets donated for the cause. So all you beer drinkers, I better see you out there buying drinks, man. We better see buckets. We better see buckets on tables out there. Non-perishable food items and new unwrapped toys. 811 Irving Wick Drive West, Heath, Ohio, 43056. Food Pantry Network serving Lincoln County. And Telltale's my man Stevie Cade, House of New Hope, and Homestead Beer Company. Gonna be awesome, man. I'm really excited about this. The holidays are turning about the good in me. And we're getting ready to go under construction, Siobhan.
We are.
We start moving today.
I know.
And
as soon as we're done, we're tearing apart the studio. So yeah, next.
Hey, interns, get to fucking work.
Next couple of
Just
weeks
kidding.
will be a different scenery because of.
We have a whole other location.
Yeah.
We have a whole other plan.
Got a whole thing
setup.
set up. We're gonna get things set up today after, but they are basically coming in and they are completely tearing up the studio, more or less.
These walls might all be gone.
Like they might have to take down walls and drywall and yeah, like we don't know and won't know until they come out and start the project what the full extent is, but basically at this point it looks like we might be out of the studio for a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
At least.
It's all right though. We already nailed it down. We might even be doing some live remotes.
It's true.
So, but we got some new stuff coming in, and the studio pit says it's time to go.
Yes, he's so ready for breakfast.
Yeah, he is. He is.
And I'm shocked and amazed, but my baby hasn't woke up yet, and I almost wonder if the thing's broken because it's so time for her to be awake at this point.
All right, guys. So we are getting out the door, man. I am Ant-Man.
And I'm Siobhan.
And we will soon have Simone here.
Yes.
So you and her are going to do a radio show.
There's been talks about it. You know, we'll see how things go. But yeah, you might get a weekly or
At least an hour, 30 minute. You can do a 30-minute pre-recorded
we'll
thingy.
see what it is. You know, we'll see how it works out. But either a weekly or a bi-weekly or maybe once a month to start the Siobhan and Simone hour.
You know how we're
gonna
how we're gonna boost ratings? We're gonna have both of you stand in front of the camera and just show your boobs.
You mean our side boob?
Your side boob, yes.
Our
Your
side boob.
Your side boob, right? Your best side boob impersonation. And go. All right, guys. I am Ant-Man, and that is awesomely Siobhan over there. And I want to give a shout out to Simone and little man Josh. Thank you for the bread, Simone.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. And we'll see you guys later today, man. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to all my sponsors, youtube.com/RockyXTV. Thank you, sir, for incorporating me into your awesome
We love you, Rocky.
DIY videos. I appreciate you. I can't wait to collab with you soon. And C2BMag.com, my man Jeremy D. Moore, for giving me lots of tips on editing and stuff like that. I've been going to school the last couple weeks, man.
Good man.
Yeah, I've been going to school the last couple weeks. It's been fun. All right, guys, I'm out the door. You guys have an awesome week, man. I will see you guys Thursday, Ant-Man versus 8 p.m. I might not. Yeah, I will. I'll see you Thursday. And the new location.
As long as everything works out okay.
I think it will. We're just going to have to put everybody to work.
But definitely by Sunday. We'll definitely get it done by Sunday. Like, figure everything out. The biggest thing in the new location is going to be figuring out cameras and things like that because we don't have our fixtures like we do here in the studio. So
You said fixture.
how is that
Fixture.
I don't know.
Fixture. All right, guys, I'm out the door. Have a great week. See you.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.